Howdy y'all, and welcome to Lex Lives. I'm the Canner, and this is Lack Plays 7 Days to Die. Alright, so today we're going to make a trip out to try and retrieve my stuff, I think. That's my plan. And you can see I have dumped most of my supplies off me. Fire axe. Let's see how well my defenses did. Oh, shh! That pig scared the crap out of me. Oh. Got a crawler made it in. I don't know if I accidentally left this half open or not, but a crawler did make it in. I do plan on adding walls. So, you know, it's not like I'm gonna leave this the way it is. We are gonna try to build some defenses. Look at all the zombies that tried to get me last night. I'm mushing your brains. Hey, oh, dang it. Mushing your brains. Did you see that one's brains mush? Mushing right outside of your head. Ooh. Your head apparently was thicker. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna get killed. If I'm not careful, stop crouching, dummy. Now, if I don't clear these guys out, are they gonna be here? I cannot believe how many zombies are outside of this place. You know what? Let's stop and put my pills down here too. And then let's save some bullets here. Crowd is just too much to kill with sledgehammer, I think. Although it's pretty slow with this crossbow too. I'm getting the feeling not to save bullets. This is gonna take forever. I should have brought that machine gun with me and just tore through my supply at 10 millimeters. Although I do admit it is pretty fun to shoot zombies. How we doing though? Is there anybody around me? Ooh, I'm getting really close to radioactive land going this way. Better be careful. Thunk. Per thunk. But yeah, so that's I think that should do pretty well for a base. Now I know I filled in everything with wood because that's what I had on me. And I've never used the concrete, but as was mentioned in the comment section, the one ruined area is a great spot to get concrete and not have to build it. So I'm gonna run out there, I think, and get some. Now we are right here, and I need to get to here. That's not right. Oh, maybe it is. Right here. This is where my last base was, I think. So we're headed the right direction. Right. Yes. All right. I'm gonna run a little bit here, maybe. I hate going so slow. I tear through the food. On one of the other games I got, Minecraft, the vanilla Minecraft. I I'm always holding down the run button Just holding it down, burning through food. It's a good thing I don't play something that, oh, I hate this zombie kind. I cannot, I cannot shoot them. Why was I shooting him anyways? I could have just used sledgehammer because it was a single guy. Learn to use your melee weapons once in a while, dude. Uh, some of my Starbound video I just finished recording, I was talking about, I watched this movie called Devil's Pass. It was pretty good. I thought it was going to be a documentary because it was recommended because I watched a documentary. It turned out not to be a documentary. It was a found footage movie, and I really enjoyed it. It was, I never remember to search the zombies now that they have better loot tables. Uh, it was, I got turned. It was about these college students, and they had decided to, well, no, this girl was assigned a psychology project, and it was about this Detlev Pass group or something like that, and it was 9 hikers who went to hike through some mountains and never returned. And when they went to find them, they found all 9 of them dead, and um, like they had left all their stuff behind and just walked into the snow without their winter clothing on, kind of thing. And they found all the bodies, and some of them were injured in ways that were unexplainable, and so nobody knows whatever happened to them. Even though they've got the bodies and know where it happened and have pictures of the campsite where they all died, nobody knows what occurred. And so when I first came to the movie, I had watched a movie called The Woman Who Wasn't There, which was a documentary about a woman who pretended to be a 9/11 attack survivor, Twin Towers there, and she wasn't, which is why it was called The Woman Who Wasn't There. And so I'm thinking this is going to be a documentary, and so when I'm flipping through the movies because I just felt like watching a movie, and I got Netflix, and that's how come it got suggested to me. It's like watch this movie, and I'm like because you watched The One Who Wasn't There. I'm like, okay, so the synopsis was 5 college students attempt to recreate the hike that had killed 9 hikers 40 years previously. I'm like, all right, that sounds interesting, maybe. And I just basically wanted some background noise while I was playing video games, anyways. And what in the world? Do you see the wall around this place? This is that place with the swimming pool in the backyard, right? Yeah. That looks really nice. Did it look like that last time I was here? I don't remember that stone. Psst. Dang it, I didn't think he was gonna uh, get me. Alright, so we're still heading the right direction. And so when I started watching it, it's a found footage movie. And so they're it's the college students. What in the world did I just pick up? Blueberries. And so it's the girl telling why they're gonna do it, and why they're gonna go see this thing. And so she was assigned a psychology project, and she was fascinated with the Detlev group, and then had watched something about it, and then her psychology professor assigned it as their term project to come up with psychological, I was going to say psychology, psychological reasons why they had all gone crazy, because there's like hypothermia, induces crazy, and stuff like that. And um, and cabin fever and things like that. This is not where my base was at. Where in the world did my little place I used to hang out go? It was right here. Did I not stay there this time? Am I just confused as to where my base was? I know I had one over here. Is that where I left my stuff? Am I just totally crazy? No, this is it. I was thinking this didn't look right, but now that I'm up closer, I'm just seeing the back side of it. I've never come in from this direction before. Never mind. I can climb the ladders now. Their little bug fix they had seems to fix that, so that's nice. Isn't this where I left my forge, though? This is not where I thought I was going. I'm gonna have to go back over to the snow section. I have chosen a place to build my base. I knocked that dude right out of his pants. You see that? Right out of his pants. Oh, no! What in the world? Oh, you cheaty zombies. Ugh. Well, I guess I'm not too far away. Oh, shut it. Nobody fears you. Where am I at? Where I gotta go here? Well, zombies blew up the building to get to me. Actually, I need to go this way. Um, I was not expecting that. I hope that explosions I heard after I was dead didn't blow up my stuff. I don't even know why that happened. That was weird. Weird. Oh yeah, do I have any? I guess I have weapons I could equip. I have a couple of bullets here. Use these sparingly though. Don't just fire on random zombies. I need to cross this river here. Uh, all right. So they go out on the trail and they get a couple of guides and a sound engineer and then her friend is a film student because that's why it's a found footage film because they found his foot. I mean, they intended to videotape the whole thing, but film student has to do it up, and so the mountains are in Russia in the Urals, and so they head out there, and they uh, they go as far as they can go by public transport, and then once they get to this town, it's the last town before the mountains, and there's no more public transport after that. And so they go to this bar, and uh, at this point, I've realized it's a movie and not a. Well, actually, I realized it was a movie almost as soon as it started. Like before they even got pictures, while the credits were rolling at the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is not a documentary. This is a movie. And I'm like, well, I thought that'd be okay because I really like people trapped in horrific circumstance movies uh, because I enjoy the seeing how the writers have had the and directors, I guess, have had the actors respond to the circumstances and which characters go crazy and which characters pull through and that kind of thing. It's like that saying. I don't even remember where I heard this saying, but it's something like live with a man for 25 years, uh, and then one day take everything he loves uh, and throw it in a volcano and put the man's life in danger, and then you'll meet the man, kind of thing. And uh, so I really love that kind of you know circumstances, and so I thought this was going to be, five college students who get trapped in the mountains kind of thing. And so that's what I'm expecting from this movie at this point. Because from the synopsis, I mean, that's just what it sounds like is going to happen. They're going to recreate a hike that killed 9 people, and it's going to go badly for them. And, you know, we'll see if they survive it. And so they get out there to this small Russian town, and they meet a guy who says he can take them. No, no, no. You know what? They don't even make it to the final town. They make it to the town before the final town, and uh, there's no more transport, and so they go into this bar. I think that's where they went in the bar, and yeah, and so when they're in the bar, um, the bartender asks them what they're doing, and so they tell him, and he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Then you're gonna want to drink these," and so he sits some shots up on the bar and gets out a bottle of moonshine, basically, and gives them all like a double shot or something. And okay, you guys, yes, they did destroy all my stuff. It's all gone, or it faded away because I took so long to get over here. But I didn't think it would fade away because it kind of hangs around. About shot you in the face, dear. All right, now I know I used this as a base at one point. So let's see if I left any stuff behind. Well, that says the purse was untouched. It says this is untouched. Maybe I've never used this as a base. I've done this so many times now. I'm confused. This is not anything. Wow. I totally just wasted my time coming here. Nice. And now I've got no supplies because I came expecting to just get my stuff back. Um, because I thought that was my base. So my base is actually this here. So let's go this way, and then there's a house right here by this lake. Will probably be where I call it an afternoon. Uh, this did not turn out well. I lost all my planks. Let me punch down a tree. But yeah, so I lost my fire axe. Are you gonna come down or not? So they take their drinks, and the guy's like, "Look, see, this is one of the last places the Detlev group um, stopped. They're called the Detlev group because isn't that how you get down trees in the first place? Is punch them? Because this tree does not seem to be responding to my punches. Oh, because I am unstaminaed here. Stamina up, buddy. Stamina up. And so then they find a guy in the bar who agrees to take them to the closest town to the trail. And so when they get there, it turns out that his aunt, I think, or his grandmother, mother, was one of the rescue party who went looking for the group. So they talked with her, and then they found out that somewhere in there they found out that one of another group of hikers was still alive, and he was the only one of his group to make it out alive from the area. And then the place is called the Mountains of Death by the natives and stuff like that. And so they go in there, and the uh, the camera dude is a conspiracy theorist And so he talks about some of the weird things that people have seen related to this event. And so, like, there were orange lights in the sky and stuff like that. And so she's like, "What? You think aliens came and killed them?" He's like, "Well, I don't know, but it was something. They didn't just die out there." And so they get out there and they pick a spot to camp for the night, and they camp. And when they wake up in the morning, there's giant footprints all around their camp. And uh, oh no, it's only five, and I'm gonna try actually for where I think my base was, 'cause it's just down this way, so right. I don't know. It depends on I can't remember if this mountain is really huge through here or not. But anyways, so um, the there are two hiking guides who are actually college students, um, but they've hiked mountains, climbed mountains, which is why they brought them because they're the guys with the knowledge. They freak out a little bit and get mad because they think that the girl is messing with them, and and then she, of course, didn't have anything to do with it. And then they start hiking on after they get done arguing, and uh, they find another set of giant footprints. And so they were taught, the conspiracy guy's like, "Oh, it's the Yeti," and she's like, "There's no Bigfoot out here." He's like, "I said Yeti," and so now he's getting mad at her because he thinks that she's just making fun of him, uh, and so then they follow some of the footprints out that they find. The footprints just appear and disappear. Like they're not the footprints, but like the starting point of the footprints. There's no walking up to the camp or walking out of the camp. They're just suddenly appear in the snow a short distance from the camp, circle the camp a couple of times, and then disappear a short distance as they leave camp. And then as they're hiking toward the spot where the hikers died, they find another set of tracks that just appear in the snow, and so they're getting a little freaked out by it, and so um, they go and follow them, and they find an old weather station that's frozen, and the footprints lead up to it. And I think there's some weird noises they hear along the way, and so they start. Oh, I forgot about these stupid bushes. Don't touch the bushes. They make you slow down, and it's really annoying. No, I said don't touch the bushes. I didn't say run into the bushes. And so, where am I at? I'm facing the wrong way. It's getting dark. And so oh, don't want to use up the last of my water. And so they open the door on this little tiny weather station thing, and there's someone's tongue in there. So that, of course, freaks them out. Uh, I mean, somebody's tongue, and so uh, they start. Let me go ahead and get this just in case I get killed. And let me go ahead and reload this thing. And so they're freaking out, and they really freaking out because they found a human tongue. And then they continue on their way eventually after more arguing about what to do, onto where the group was supposed to have died, and or where the group did die. And so they finally get out there and set up camp. And um, the uh, the hiker guy is freaking out and is angry at this point because the girl won't back off her project, and um, their compasses stopped working. And not only did their compasses stop working, the GPS isn't working, and here's my forge. This is where I left my stuff, right? I left it. Well, I left my forge, but I also left all this scrap metal. I left my iron ingot mold. And I left, yeah, see, casings and paper and scrap metal and tons of fuel and my potato seeds. And I knew I had a place full of stuff. And a sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and put that down, lock us in place here just in case things go bad when it gets dark. No weapons, though. Yeah, maybe I hit something in the bird's nest. Ooh, there's some casings in there, though. Take those. I cannot believe those zombies blew me up and took all my stuff. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous, zombies. Now, can I use my pickaxe to bust up my forge here to take it with me? Or did it just fall apart into nothing? It just fell apart into nothing. That's okay. It's not that hard to make them. I just thought maybe I could pick up the one I already had made and take it with me. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna finish my story here, and then we'll call it a day. And then maybe next time I can make it back alive. I don't know. Maybe I will get blown up next time. So they go ahead and two of them go off because they have a Geiger counter and it's picking up some radiation because one of the bodies of the hikers, the original hikers, was radioactive a little bit and none of the rest of them were, and so they wanted to uh wow, really, it only makes six. That's terrible. uh they want, I can make blueberry pie. Blueberry pie must be blueberries, cornmeal, and water. That's cornbread. Oh yeah, sure enough. Look at that, blueberry pie. I made some blueberry pies. In fact, I should eat a blueberry pie. Oh, I expected that to give me some water since water went into it. Um, but yeah, so they went off and they found a door that locks from the outside in the side of the mountain, and so they go into the mountain, or they try to get the door open. They can't. They go back to their camp. And while they're sleeping that night, they start hearing these loud bangs. And when they go outside to look to see what's going on, um, charges are going off in the mountains above them to create an avalanche to try and kill them. And so one of them gets caught in the avalanche, and one of them gets like a broken leg. And then these two guys come walking out of the distance asking if they need help. And one of the guys is like where'd they come from? They don't have any packs, and there weren't any, you know, motor noises. You need to run and leave me here, the guy with the broken leg. And so the two, I don't know what happened. Bullets come out of the distance and kill one of them and wound another. And so the two that had the Geiger counter, the two friends, the girl whose project it was, and then her friend who's the videographer. They make it to the door with one of the hiker guys. Maybe it's the hiker guy. I don't know. They all look the same to me in their parkas. Anyways, one of them gets shot on the way in, and he gets left behind. And then the girl and the other guy with her, I'm thinking now that it was one of the hiker guys, one of the guides, and not the videographer. They go and nope, I'm pretty sure it's the videographer now that I think about it, because they find his camera laying on a table, even though he's carrying his camera. And so when they pick it up and go to fast forward to see what's on it, the battery runs out just as they reach the point where they found the camera which he filmed. And so it's his camera from the future. And then they find all these documents about the Philadelphia experiment, which was this thing where they try to make a ship invisible. And so the conspiracy theory um, says that the ship traveled through time instead of going invisible. And so these creatures start attacking them, and the creatures are like teleporting around and stuff, and so they think maybe the creatures are what killed the people because like two of the original hikers, like their skull was crushed from the inside, and one of them had crushed rib cage from the inside, and so they're not sure how any of that happened, and so they're trying to get away from these creatures, and they're running out of batteries and everything, and they find a tunnel they think is the way out. When they go into the tunnel, it's this weird vortex-looking carved tunnel in the side of the mountain, and it's a time portal. And so the guy's like, well, I don't see any controls for it or anything, so maybe it goes to a specific spot, or maybe it goes to anywhere you can imagine. And one of the things he talked about was like the Philadelphia experiment. Supposedly mutated the people who were on board and fused some of them with the ship, and so they've got no choice. They go through the portal, and they wind up mutated and in the past, back where uh, back where the hikers died, and the rescue workers find them, and then the military shows up and takes their bodies and takes them inside and throws them in with the other creatures that they've been guarding since the Russian military conducted its own version of the Philadelphia experiments, which of course didn't work out well. So it was pretty good for sci-fi horror movie found footage thing. I kind of like that kind of stuff though. So you gotta like it to like it, and it's not for everybody for sure, but I thought it was decent. I was really, really impressed at how usually those movies are terrible, and it wasn't terrible. I enjoyed it. So, I mean, the camera quality was really good. It didn't look like a found footage movie. Usually the found footage tries to make it look like actual found footage. This one kind of just was professionally done interviews as people were followed around by a professional cameraman was the look to it, and it was all cleaned up for being a movie. But yeah, if you like that kind of thing, definitely check it out. I thought it was pretty good. On my scale of 11, I would have given it a five's okay. It was a little better than okay, so I'd have probably given it a 6 or a 7. Not amazing, but it was bad. And with that, I think I will leave you for next time, and I'll have to make my trek back to my new base and try to get some new supplies going since I got blowed up and lost all my stuff. So click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.